Hi everyone, my name is Lori Meadows and I live here in Eugene, Oregon. I've actually lived in Oregon for the entirety of my life, and I am also the eighth generation in my family. For anyone who is into genealogy, that's pretty cool. I joined the church when I was 21 and I was married. I had the boys sealed in the temple, born under the covenant, and I'm not trying to make light of that, but I am divorced now, and I'm so grateful to have my boys. Um, I also have a bakery. I love nature. I work with the youth a lot in pretty much all my callings. And of course, I just adore Jesus Christ. What really brought me to the church was the understanding and the differentiation between happiness and joy. And what I didn't understand was, even though I was making really big life decisions and choices, I just couldn't figure out why I wasn't happy. And that happiness was very fleeting. So true joy came when I actually read the family proclamation to the world. I was really impressed with the fact that it doesn't give you a list, right? But it gives you those step by step, little by little, interactive, individualized notes to better understand what it is to be a human being, what it is to be mortal, and how mortals come together on a secular level and a spiritual level to create just a beautiful family, the whole result of the plan of salvation. So for me, this was my very first testimony ever experienced within the church. As I mentioned before, I was married for 12 years. We were sealed in the temple in Portland, Oregon, and these two boys were born under that covenant. And as a divorced woman now, there's so many unknowns. But what I do know is that my oldest, Jaden, and my youngest, Ari, are seriously such a light in my life. And anyone who is a parent or been around a kid at any point in your life, you know they can just drive you up the wall. They're crazy, they're out of control, especially these boys. But I would never trade it for anything in the world because they really keep me going every day. And I wouldn't even be in school. This is my junior year going full time if it wasn't for them. Of course, I want to do it for me, but I want it to better our lives as a family by doing this together. And they're such a support every time I'm doing homework and whatnot. As I mentioned, I have a bakery. Now, Knead the Dough was born out of desperation. During COVID, I lost a lot of my jobs, and I think a lot of you can, experience that as well. But Knead the Dough was something where, hey, I could license my kitchen at home. I can be home doing distance learning with the boys, and I'm pretty good at making pies. And let me tell you, it blew up. The first 3 months, I sold over 500 pies and it was out of control. So, as we go into fall, we are super excited to bring out all things pumpkin spice, but we have to take note of all the summer flavors we're going to miss. But yeah, it's just been really fun and really challenging of just being a business owner all of a sudden. In the Pacific Northwest, in Oregon, you see nature in every facet. And I absolutely love being in it. It's kind of a therapy outside of the traditional walls and couch sense. And it's really been nice to experience that with my children too. These are some of the photos I've taken in our mini adventures, and I am so excited to see more. As I mentioned, I have always been working with the youth since I joined the church. Girls camp leader. I had never even been camping, nothing like that until I joined. So it was really cool to make those relationships and bonds. And I have been a Sunday school teacher for a really long time. And I actually was just released, and I am shifting now into a stake calling where I'm working with primary, which is so interesting. I've never done it before. So if anyone has tips, let me know. If you've made it this far, thank you for just getting to know me. And a big part of joining the church that was hard and difficult for me was the fact that I am a gay woman. I am bisexual. And if that makes you uncomfortable, let me tell you, it made me really uncomfortable joining one of the strictest Christian churches on this earth. But like I mentioned before, the family proclamation is really near and dear to my heart. And I know that Jesus sees me as who I am, for what I am, and he always meets us where we're at, right? So I'm just really proud of the fact that I can be a gay woman, still be myself, and still utilize the doctrine and the commandments that have been given and bestowed to me here on earth in the temple. And I'm just really grateful for that blessing.